Hi everyone, how are you? I'm here today to offer you a reading about what do your spirit guides would like to tell you during this full moon circle in Leo. So what would it be your spirit guides advice for this special period of closing one more cycle? And here I will guide you. This is pile number 1. You can use your intuition by the color of the cards, the drawing, or you can choose by the crystal. I keep forgetting the name of these crystals. I went to the crystal shop yet, but I just forgot to ask if anyone knows and would like to say it in the description box in the comments. I would appreciate it. This would be pile number 2, and here we have a beautiful grenade. I just love working with this crystal, it's very powerful. And here pile number 3 with the clear crystal. So I'll give you some time so you can tune in. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, you can choose so. There is no right or wrong here on this channel. And maybe you can, if you want to, you can also choose the 3 of them if you feel drawn to and ask a different question, but maybe it's good to choose 1 or 2. So let's get on with your reading. Hi, pile number 1. You've selected pile number 1 with this beautiful rose-colored crystal still under a very mysterious name. Let's get on with your reading. You appear during this period as the bee, so I can call you Queen Bee. Whether you are male or female, it appears that you have quite an impact in your family, in your community, in your group of friends. The bees are a very generous being, not just to the hive, but for all mankind. As we know, if bees go extinct, so do we. So there's this quality of, so it's a bee, but I'm going to say butterfly effect, but the ripple effect in whatever you do. I think your guides would like to tell you that you matter very much, that what you do matters. Sorry, the lightning is not showing properly. It's a very beautiful card. See the circles around it? Like when you throw a rock into a lake and it does that kind of effect. So air element, okay. Interesting. Well, pile number 1, I think your spirit guides would like you to tell you that you have some decisions to make. And they're probably not very easy decisions. You might feel like you don't have enough information, enough resources to do what you must do. You might feel like you are not enough, but look, you are called to take your place. Take your place in society. Take your place. Sometimes just taking the place of what you were came here to do, what you are really meant to be doing in this lifetime. And sometimes those choices can be quite hard because they make you question the path. When there is more than one path that you can take. I feel like you are meant to walk towards a kind of not very easy place to be. Like you're suspended, but you are meant to see something for the true colors. What is it, the true colors? Because it's a kind of funny card to have in your outcome card, a negative thinking, the 10 of Air or the 10 of Swords. It's like you are meant to really go deep into your shadow, but also into other people's shadow. Let me just clarify. You are meant to cut loose where everywhere you are not being valued enough. And maybe for most of you, this is not even external journey. This may be very well just connected with your inner journey. You are shedding layers of yourself. You are being asked, your spirit guides are asking you to listen, to stop and listen, as if you've been, like bees, very busy, always connected to the part of the world where we are into doing mode, doing, this and that and that and that, and then you get burnout, you get exhausted, you get absolutely nowhere. Because the truth is, pile number one, there is nowhere to go. There is nowhere to go. There is nothing to achieve. Maybe the trick of life is just to live. It's just to be here. Nothing more. And you are meant, and you are being asked to choose. How is it now that you are closing this cycle? Well, probably you are letting go of insecurities or hoarding responsibilities, doing too much, overdoing. Another card of overdoing. If you look at the shadow side of the bee, and then with the 10 of Wands. But what are you going to choose? This familiar way of living, running, always on the run, not being quite honest to yourself with your feelings, not knowing really well who you are, what you want to do, how do you feel? Or is it that you're gonna allow yourself to be suspended, to do less, to impress less, to wanting external validation much lesser? If you stop putting on the show, because you see, full moon in Leo has this quality of shining, of appearing, of being in the center of emotions. And some people need to take the stage, others need to get out of the stage, other needs to go to the backstage. So we all need to go where we are less familiar with, so we can grow. For example, people that are used to win, they need to lose, otherwise they become arrogant, right? It's the human nature. People that constantly lose despite their effort, well, they need a fucking break. They need to win, right? So it's kind of like this with you. Not talking about winning or losing, but you need to get out of the backstage while you are doing everything for everyone else. And you need to be here a little bit of Lilith, not Eve. You need to be Adam's first wife, regardless of your gender. This is just a metaphor. Are you gonna say, you know what? I don't even care about the apple, Adam. I'm out of here. I'm just not interested. Some of you, this may mean choosing a relationship that is not very doesn't sit very well with everyone. Maybe that you have cultural, religious, age differences, because you have the Beauty and the Beast card. So there's this aspect in this reading of diving into the shadow to see the beauty instead of always running, escaping from the truth, escaping from reality, escaping from stopping to think, always reacting, always taking in more load, more responsibility, more worry, more like a washing machine. And then this escaping of relaxing it, because negative thinking is just like the opposite of not relaxing. People are just not relaxed. They need to think about reality to feel that they are acting upon something. Just gonna go get the booklet of this oracle that I have on my other tarot table. Okay, 23. Let's see the message of the Beauty and the Beast. Do not trust what your eyes see. Trust what your heart feels. Appearances can be deceiving. Maybe at first things will seem dark and unpleasant. Give them a second thought, and don't make up your mind too hastily. Learn to open your heart. There's a great amount of beauty and love involved here, but they may be hidden from your sight for the moment. So close your eyes and trust your heart. You will discover wonders and treasures. So this is very connected with this Neptunian energy that we have here on the Hangman, where you are being asked to stay put. There's something that you obviously, with all this moving around and thinking around and doing and making decisions, for some of you, really take care of this need to stop and relax. Listen to your body, because sometimes, ultimately, I'm not saying this is going to happen by all means, but ultimately, sometimes when we don't know how to stop, the universe stops us. Can make us sick, or go on the street and then you trip over and you injure your foot and you have to stay a little bit home because you've injured your foot and something like that, okay? Because you are being asked to look to an aspect of yourself that you need to heal, and this is overacting. So your spirit guides are urging you to make the right decision, to make a decision that is in your favor and not in favor of everyone. Maybe you have served the community or your family or your group of friends or your lover or your children already enough. Maybe now you need to enjoy the honey instead of making the honey for everyone else. I hope you enjoyed this reading and it brought you guidance and clearance. Thank you for watching. Namaste. Hi, pile number 2. You've selected the pile with the yellow top card and this beautiful, beautiful grenade. Let's start your reading. Very interesting. 2 aces. Some of you are Libra or have Libra or Scorpio in your chart. You appear as the Panther. So your spirit guides appreciate your aspect of being this, I would say, lonely warrior, this self-resilient, fearless animal, very dangerous, but also has this aspect of, you know, those animals that you think they're very dangerous, but then you kind of, but they're so beautiful, you want to pet them. So there's this aspect of taming, also very connected with the wilderness, I think. So you're in a point in your life that you probably feel like it's you for you. Like you have to do it alone. Like you feel, not that you feel lonely, but you feel empowered. You may be focused in your individual life, your individual internal psychological process, your individual job as a freelancer, something like this kind of energy. And I think your spirit guides confirm you, because here, past lives, you have the card of living or travel. That means you do not have with you the karma of, you know, of staying, of rooting, of creating family, of working within groups, of leaving a legacy, of living this inheritance. Like you're more on the starting entrepreneur mode. And your spirit guides would like to tell you that whatever you are creating after this full moon circle, so we are ending so we can begin again, well, it's gonna be okay. 8 of Wands, a lot of partnerships, communication. So even if you go this on solo mode, I see that you are being seen, that people are talking about you, that you are being recognized. People, you're very attractive to people in this point. Like people want to work with you, they want to get to know you, they want to know who you are, because beautifully, 2 aces and right next to each other. This is the steps you must take, that your guides are advising you to take. Focus very clearly on the mental aspects of whatever you are starting now, okay? whether they be the planning, the resources. Make sure that everything is really accurate. Connect also with your creativity, because Ace of Wands, man, you're on fire. You're on fire. And I think the fact that this is a reading for what your spirit guides want to tell you, and we have two aces, and then I'm going to talk about it later on, but the Libra card, the Justice card, it's like your spirit guides are telling you that you have like the green light to go forward, and that you are very supported, you are very guided. It's like there's this assembly up there, cheering you up and say, go, 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 you can do it, you can do it. And man, if you have this chance to travel, to leave, to see new countries, to see new people, new cultures, to do something different, if you have an opportunity outside, I would say this reading, it's a big yes. It's a big chance to go. Man, I'm excited for you. Just let me know in the comments if this resonates or not. And the spirit guides also want to tell you that you deserve it. So this is the Justice card. Justice comes after the Wheel of Fortune card. So it's a card that the Wheel of Fortune sets the karma in motion. Then the Justice card makes you pay. So it's the card that brings into the earthly dimension the effects of good karma, I would say. So if some of you have anything going on legally, I would say it's a good chance that things go your way, in your favor. But I also feel that you are very into this I deserve mode. I don't know if any of you are doing this self-affirmation, visualizations, meditations of positive affirmations that connect you with this. Is this inner knowing in the space of the heart that you feel like everything is aligned and good, and doesn't matter. The chaos outside is just contrasts. It's just stuff that you see, and okay, yeah. This, I know that the opposite, we have to know that the opposite is true, so we can understand what we are living. For example, if we feel very aligned, we know what is like not being aligned or not feeling good. It's sometimes we feel good, sometimes we feel bad, but man, you are feeling good. Or your spirit guides say, if you're not, man, wake up. And maybe some of you have this, I would say, this connection with the night, the dark, the esoteric, because I cannot stop relating the Black Panther with the Death card. That is by the way, this is you, the Black Panther, and this is the resolution for this reading, what your guides would like you to do. And man, I haven't, it's connected what is written here, I haven't read it yet, but I will get on. So this is, some of you are very connected, I would say, to the occult, to the esoterism, yeah, and it's a very solo practice. It empowers you a lot. I would say keep on doing it, because it feeds this transformation process. Like, you are not afraid to die, you are not afraid of the death process within life. This is how it goes. That we start, because we have lots of starts here, and we know that aspects of us die. It's like nature. Everything that is born grows, matures, declines, and dies. That's how it is. So it is with us, with aspects of yourself, and I feel that you are there's this quality of non-attachment to this reading that I am totally vibing with. Really, really interesting. very different energy from pile number one. Even the way I talk, it's different. I connect with the readings, and then it's like I have this different avatars within me. So you have the Oracle of the Aphrodite, inner goddess. I will read what's in here. Awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. Aphrodite, that is the goddess of love, just like Venus. And so we have love and sex, I would say, because Scorpio energy, very sexual energy. So we have love and sex together, which is, I would say, always a good match. Let me just clarify, bring some clarifiers to this reading, because it has two aces, two major arcanas, big stuff happening. Let's just clarify the death card, please. Clarify the death card for pile number. Whoa, so many cards. I'm just gonna look at them. Man, if you're looking for love, have two kings here. I think you're gonna leave them hanging. You're gonna focus on your work, focus on your stuff. And by the way, Ace of Coins. Whatever wants you, if you're single, if it's the real thing, they can wait, right? Death card. So one card, please. You know, this is a new deck, and so it doesn't behave. It needs some spanking. Just kidding. Yeah, now we're talking. Oh man, top of the deck, Ace of Wands. Are you in love or something, pile number two? I think you are, or you will be, or your guide's telling you it's safe to be. So all this enthusiasm, all this connection with your inner self through creativity, through passion, but also organizing your life, so it's very balanced, because sometimes the Ace of Wands, people can lose it. It's too much fire. It's this kind of, it's an opportunity that the universe gives you, but sometimes it can burn your hands. And here, if you take it too seriously, you're gonna cut your hands. So, balancing air and fire. Good luck, because you know it creates an explosion, but they are opposites. They are complementary elements. That means if you have a little bit of one, you can balance with a little bit. If you have too much fire, you're going to work on your air. If you have too much air in your system, you're thinking too much, maybe you need to do something. So it's like this. If you think too much, you need to act upon your thoughts. If you're doing too much without thinking, maybe you should think first. So I think you are in this process of learning how to use your internal gears, like if you were a car. And there's lots of passion here. I would say, just like pile number one. So this is like happening very much on my collective readings, on my astrological sign monthly readings, and also on my private readings, the 10 of Wands. And then I would say the Tower and Temperance. Yes, a lot. So we are dropping this. We are dropping these beliefs that we need to prove something to someone. So here you are, completely riding the good karma slide, like whee, starting new stuff, getting it on with your ability to begin again, dying to whatever. I don't think, actually here I don't see this. There's this kind of rebirth, but it's like you're doing at the same time, you know, the rebirth, the transforming, and the new beginnings, not like dying and beginning. It's like you're doing it at, it help. I don't know how to explain this, but it's happening. What I'm feeling is, it's happening fast. It's it's happening simultaneously. Like you can all of a sudden see yourself with a quite very different life. Two of Cups. Love can get in your door, can come knock at your door. You know why? Also, because you've done the work. You've done the internal work. You deserve it. And also, because with two Ace of Wands, man, you're looking good. Everybody wants a piece. That's why you need to be selective, work, look at your value and say, I am worth all of this and more. So I won't settle for less. And why should you? Less is not fun, is not expensive. It washes off very quickly. So be or feed your inner goddess. Aphrodite, the goddess of love, is talking with you. Are you going to answer this call? I hope so. Pile number 2 is very exciting reading. I'm very happy for you. Let me know in the comments if it resonated or not. And see you soon on their next readings. Namaste. You've selected the pile number 3 with the top blue card and with the crystal quartz. So let's get on with your reading. You. Oh, another 2 of Cups and another 8 of Wands. Well, these 2 cards repeat on pile number 2, so maybe pile number 2 has something for you. Although it's a very different perspective. Alright, you appear as air energy, butterfly. So your spirit guides recognize you and support you during this period of transformation. Butterflies appear when we are setting free. We're setting free from something. We are obviously growing wings. The butterfly is transforming, so the caterpillar is transforming into a butterfly. And we are working towards freedom. So what are you freeing yourself from? Working on the body, you have the asana card. So asana means seated comfortable position within yourself. In yoga, it means when you are quiet within, regardless whatever you are doing with your body and your breath. So this tells me that you have to work through the more dense layers of yourself. That means that it would be good to you, of course. I'm gonna say this. I'm a yoga teacher. Of course, I'm gonna say it. You can practice yoga. It's an option, but it's not the only option. I think you should practice whatever you feel like it, that resonates with you and makes you move your body, makes you transform the energy within. I can say that I've done a lot of shit. You know, a lot of spiritual, esoteric, whatever you name it. I think I've done almost everything. And there's nothing as transforming for me as walking long distance, as going on a pilgrimage. I think walking the Camino de Santiago really made me realize how much of pain and trauma we have stored in the body, and it comes up. You think you have it all figured out, or you have this or that control, and the thing is, you can always look at the same shadow with a different perspective, and also you can always open new, it's like you have this closed dark rooms, like on the back of the space of the heart, of the space of the mind, and no one gets in them, not even you. And when you allow the body to move, because energy that we have within, it's what makes us, fight gravity, for example. When we move the body, we create conditions for the energy to move where it needs to. If it's stored, if it's blocked, if it's stagnated, it moves and it dissolves or it transforms. And this is a very beautiful card because it has the image of these two women, the face, it reminds me of either Pisces archetype or even a more Gemini. That one is facing right and the other one is facing left. And then we have an eagle. And eagles, as a shamanic animal, we know that they are very connected with sight. Eagles see very well. And they are very sharp. Once they make a decision, they go... It's like the eagle pose in yoga, Garudasana. You have to really sharpen your sight to keep your balance and connect with your breath. So I would say butterfly, wherever you are flying, pile number 3, sharpen your vision. Make sure you know where you are going and make sure that you are not heavy, you're not carrying extra weight or extra load that you won't need for this journey. You need to keep it light. And the reason you need to keep it light is because love is light. Love is not something you can force. Love is not something you can buy, sell, fabricate, whatever. It just happens or it doesn't happen. It's like meditation. Either it happens or it doesn't happen. You cannot actually fake it till you make it. And it has this ethereal quality of the Two of Cups. Your spirit guides support you in your love interests because actually there's a love interest here. They support you in the way that you feel. They support you in your grace, in your value, in this true cup of love that is filled and flowing that you have here. You are the Queen of Cups. You might be reading for a water sign or someone that has a lot of water in their chart. It doesn't matter because the Queen of Cups is an aspect of everyone. When we're in love, when we are interested in someone, and you appear as this Queen of Cups. So you have your body and your heart ready to offer someone, and you're quite doing something here, like you're, asking someone out, calling them, see what they're doing, checking out their social media, ask your friends stuff about them, say, do you want to hang out, talk more about yourself than you would, that kind of stuff that people kind of do when they're interested. But in the outcome, pile number 3, we do have this quality of loss, of sadness, and then 6 of Cups reversed. So here this is mine meant to be card, and this is the not meant to be card. Very beautiful from the Divine Sacred Oracle. So what I would say here, pile number 3, if you experience or whatever the outcome is, you have to focus on the process, because this cup of love that you have here to offer, it's unbreakable. you can always rebuild yourself back. And I think that's the lesson here that your spirit guides would like to tell, that despite the loss, despite the grief, despite the sadness, despite not being corresponded, not being, I don't think you can say this in English, I think I'm making this word up, corresponded. Okay, if we're talking about unrequited love, you're being placed in this situation so that you truly understand. This is in the center of the reading. You truly understand that your love is yours. The other person is just bringing it up on you, but it is yours. If you give it to someone, you don't get less because it transforms. You can always fill your own cup. It's love, it's infinite. It doesn't end. It's an illusion when we think that it ends. You know, that it pours from like this broken vases, like it's going to waste. Love never goes to waste. You never lose anything by loving someone. So there's this lesson here. You are not wasting your energy. You're just being the loving you. Maybe the lesson is here. Stop pushing. Because here it's all very caring, very water, very flowing, and then it's like sometimes it's like your spirit guides are saying, don't go too fast. Let me just clarify, especially this 5 of water, this lost card, and this is 6 of cups reversed. So we have 1 queen and 2 kings. What is it gonna be? For some of you, you might have 2 love interests. So it's a very too specific message, very different for a collective reading that will have to resonate with a different number of people. So I feel like some of you have 2 suitors, 2 people, 2 persons, connecting, and you might, I think, have a better and not so fit for you choice, not the very, because you see the king and the queen of cups, they are definitely a match. They're both emotional, they're both sensitive, they're both into, oh, I love you, I love me too, love you forever, let's die for love, you know. But and then there's someone else, there's more, traits places, more mental, like more cold, more practical, you know, someone that will express their love by arriving on time. Every time you have a date, this person arrives on time, or remembers what is your favorite food and will never take you out to a sushi restaurant when he knows you're allergic to salmon, for example, okay, or you don't like sushi. So for some of you, this is your story, but I'm seeing here another story. Is that for some of you, your love interest that seemed like a king of cups, it seemed like the real match for you, is actually a bit cold, or was spending time with you because he felt lonely, you know, not for the right reasons. And listen, if this unrequited love it is, if it's something like this, you just gotta let it go. The Wheel of Fortune, it comes and it goes. There will be someone else for sure. There's always someone else. It's never the end of the world, right? But with the Wheel of Fortune, you're asked to flow, flow with the death and the life aspect of the wheel, the up and the down. This is how life is never like the punishment. This is how it works. You win and you lose. You're up and you're down. So I think the quality here of this reading would be like acceptance. And your spirit guides would like you to, if you have to focus on something, you focus on your love. The Two of Cups. It is infinite. It does not end when you give it to someone else. They don't keep it. They cannot keep it. Even if they love you back, it's still yours. It's something, it's like sexual energy. It is yours. Your body gives a rise and motion to it, and then you choose what you want to do with it. The other person just kind of triggers it. It's like a recipient, an exchange of love. But the love you feel, what you feel, it's inside you. It's yours. And you will rebuild. You will rebuild. Don't be sad, pile number 3. Just open your eyes. Open your eyes, because these Two of Cups, it's inside you. That doesn't mean the other person also has this beautiful Two of Cups that you have here. Also is this beautiful Queen of Cups that you are. A Queen of Cups needs a King of Cups as well. King of Swords, it's very difficult match. It's not even complementary elements, not even... It's very hard for someone that is cold to be with someone that is more passionate, because more emotional. What happens is that a more mental person, a King of Swords, will always think that the Queen of Cups is a drama queen. It goes straight to the shadow. And the Queen of Cups will always think that the King of Swords is very cold or very strategic, very... I'm sorry, sometimes I forget the words in English. Yes, very cold, very dry, very mental. They both see each other's shadows very easily because they're too different. Okay? And your cup is precious. And you can have it yourself. Give it to yourself. Give it to yourself, to the joy, this joy that you have here, this passion of being alive. Of doing some stuff that you love. Of communicating. So in this full moon in Leo, I would say there's a cycle here with someone that probably needs to be closed. You listen to your body, butterfly. The body knows. When you're with someone that is not quite a match, your body knows. Like your belly can bloat, you can get sleepy, you can get tired, you get like this gray area, gray bags under your eyes. You might feel a little bit of headache, thirsty. It doesn't feel good because it's not meant to be. Okay. Just gonna drop a nice oracle card for you. So you can end this reading in a good tone. Okay. When I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. See? Focus on your inner light. And you see the world through the lens of love. instead of loss. Acceptance, to be free like a butterfly, is key. Otherwise, you are always stuck on other people's validation. And I think your spirit guides would like to tell you that it's time to admit, because with the Wheel of Fortune, this is a karmic process, so you've been here before. You've been here before. It's like a different story, or same story, different person, but the same story. So I think you need to reflect and to admit to yourself in what aspect of yourself do you contribute to the story repeating itself. What is it here that you are still on the process of learning? But I see a very, very beautiful, kind queen. Very attractive, very in tune with the feelings. Just need to drink for your cup first. You know, here, when you look at this picture, can you see that you can look at her as if she's, what do you think when you look at this? You think that she's drinking from her own cup of love? Or do you think that on the other side here that you are not watching, there is someone that she's giving her cup? What do you think? Now think about your answer. Think about your answer. If you see her immediately as receiving a cup and drinking herself, or giving a cup to someone else. And then think about that. I think that might be a good exercise for you. Pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it at least gave you some guidance and some clearance on whatever you need to clear in this full moon in Leo, so you can take the stage and be yourself. That's all you'll ever need to be, is yourself. The more we release these beliefs of pleasing other people, of being chosen, of being liked, of being loved. This is like, you don't need to be loved back. Just be happy with the feeling, oh my God, I got to feel this. Isn't it wonderful that at this age, whatever age you have, because the queen usually, well, you're not like 18. You might be 18, but usually queens are more older or mature people that have done the work of the water element, so have done the work of knowing themselves through their emotions. Sorry, I forgot what I was saying. Happens so much lately. Oh my God, sorry. Yeah, you can focus, sorry, blacked out for a few seconds. If you connect with just the feeling, you know, I got to feel this feeling of after, regardless, yeah, now I remember, regardless whatever age you have, whatever phase of your life you are, that you get to feel this, that you're alive, your heart is alive, you can feel, you can love. How wonderful is this? You still get to love, you still get to feel curious, feel passionate about other people or about someone in specific, regardless what they turn out to be. And this is like a warning. So if you're being warned, I would reflect upon this person, because listen to your body, listen to the signs, and then focus on this wonderful ability of love that you have within. and no one can take that away from you. You can always rebuild. It's never a mistake. It's always a lesson. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please hit the like button and share and subscribe to my channel. It does definitely help the algorithm to understand that I do exist, and I would like to share my work and my gift with other people as well. See you in our next reading. Bye.